Now at 6, Missouri shoppers celebrate back-to-school savings with a statewide sales tax holiday. Plus, the Joplin community teams up with a local business for some back-to-school assistance for parents. And parents and teachers celebrate the graduating students at Compass Academy Network.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
The Missouri sales tax holiday will exempt sales tax from purchases like clothing, folders, pencils, and computers. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Tanya Bach. KOAM's Melissa Alexis has more details.
We spend around probably $400 every year.
Vanessa Johnson is a mom of 3, and she's visiting North Park Mall in Joplin to make the most of the sales tax holiday.
Everything from Kleenexes to Clorox wipes to the dry erase markers.
She says back-to-school shopping has gotten even more expensive over the years.
I remember being able to buy a pack of pencils for, less than $1 whenever they were in elementary school.
She says the sales tax exemption takes a lot of strain off of parents during back-to-school shopping.
On a $400 tab, you're looking at like $50 to $60 in taxes, and depending on where you live, and like that $50 to $60 could buy a pair of shoes.
Most school supplies that are $50 or less are exempt from sales tax, along with other items like computers that are $1,500 or less.
Gabriel Allen is the owner of G&S Graphics in Joplin, and his business rented a spot at the mall just for the tax holiday.
It's so big for retail that we printed our own stuff, embroidered a bunch of stuff for local area schools, and we rented this space in the mall.
As of last year, Missouri counties and cities can no longer opt out of the sales tax holiday. This allows all Missouri counties to enjoy the sales tax exemption.
The student to go back to school is about $585 this year with supplies and clothing, so it's a big savings this weekend.
Allen says he looks forward to seeing the crowd of shoppers this weekend for the tax holiday. Reporting in Joplin, Melissa Alexis, KOAM News.
Now, items like handbags, jewelry, and ties are not included in the sales tax exemption. Well, Chief Meteorologist Doug Hetty joins us now with a first look at weather.
Well, it definitely turned out to be hot outside today, but the humidity has been lower, so it doesn't feel as bad as what we have seen over the past several days. Plus, our actual temperature has been about 5 degrees cooler as well, as we had a weak cold front that rolled through yesterday evening. All right, it's 90 in Joplin, 90 in Pittsburgh. We are dry. If you're going to be outside this evening, it's going to stay dry. 90 in Carthage, we have 88 in Cassville, 92 at Grand Lake, Pittsburgh 92. Independence is sitting at 95 degrees. But if you look at our heat indices, they pretty much match our temperature, meaning our humidity is quite a bit lower, which is great news. Clear skies. We'll see pretty much clear skies, not much going on as we go through the evening hours, and then mostly sunny skies for us tomorrow. Through the evening, we slide back through the 90s, 80s, 70s, upper 60s later on tonight. Of course, we're going to look at the weekend forecast here in a bit.
All right, thanks, Doug. Well, parents can head over to the Quapaw Farmers Market for some free school supplies. Staff members from the Child Care Development Fund will have a booth set up to give away the school supply vouchers and free backpacks. The CCDF will also be on hand to provide information about the program. In order to receive vouchers, children ages 3 to 12 years old must be enrolled in a pre-K, Head Start, or elementary school. Interested parents should head over to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com for more information. Service Master Restore of Southwest Missouri also hosted a back-to-school supply drive. The public came out for today's event to donate school supplies to help local students ready for the upcoming school year. Service Master Restore says the event provides a great way to give back to the community.
I grew up in a town that was pretty impoverished, and I saw a lot of kids growing up that didn't have the money to afford their own school supplies, and it's always stuck with me. And so to be able to have an event that might be able to help those children out is a big deal to us.
The event also featured free food, games, door prizes, as well as a good cause. While most area kids are getting ready to head back to school, some area kids celebrated graduation today. Students, teachers, and parents celebrated graduation from the Compass Academy Network Summer Enrichment Program. The graduation marks the program's 6th year, providing middle school students from the 4th state area with a month-long fun and engaging program that helps prepare them for success in the upcoming school year and beyond. This year, more than 120 students across 3 locations participated in the program.
A lot of need for students to receive enrichment services, and we're not always seeing those students get the push during the school year that they sometimes yearn for. And so this is a great opportunity for those kids to come out and just get a little bit more enrichment through the summer, and it just keeps them busy. So it's a great way for them to get started and kind of a jump start on the school year.
Well, students who successfully complete the program receive a $45 Walmart gift certificate for their school supplies. Well, the Cards and Royals look to heat up heading into the weekend. Brock Baldridge has that and more coming up later in sports. But first, young voters in the 4 states look to make their voices heard this election cycle.
Well, of course, turned out to be another hot one for us today, but not as bad as what we have seen this week. The humidity has been lower and the temperature is about 5 degrees cooler after we got a weak cold front pass through last night. And with that weak cold front, that dropped our temperatures down just a bit. But the biggest news by far, of course, is the humidity. Great shot, Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex Tower Cam in downtown Joplin. All right, Drought Tracker, new update. So you can see where we do have the severe drought out across central Kansas down through central Oklahoma, but we have dried up. So most of the region is dry. That doesn't mean we're in a drought. That means we're flirting with a drought, but a lot better than what we have seen over the past couple summers. Temperatures, not bad. Most of us 90 to about 94, 95 degrees across the region. Currently outside sitting at 90, north winds at about 10 miles per hour. So it's actually turned out to be a pretty good evening. And our dew points past few days have been 75 to 80. Now they're kind of 60 to 65. So if you look at our tracker, instead of in that soupy range, we're kind of in that not bad to a little bit sticky out there, and we can definitely handle that. So that means our heat indices pretty much match what we are seeing as our temperature across the region. Through the evening, slide back through the 80s, 70s into the upper 60s later on tonight. We do have pretty much clear skies. Not a whole bunch is going on here in the Central Plains. Big dome of high pressure, which is flaring up the monsoon out to our west, and because it's kind of pushed out to the west, it gives us that lower humidity as we go through the next couple days. Let's drop south into the tropics. Tropical wave, you can see in the upper level wind pattern, the counterclockwise swirl. So this is kind of right on top of Cuba, and until it pushes off toward the east, it's not going to strengthen, but it should become at least a strong tropical storm as we go into the weekend. Make somewhat of a landfall on the west side of Florida by Sunday. This is 10 a.m. Then should travel out into the Atlantic, and then we'll have to see if it can sit out there and gain strength again out across the Atlantic Ocean. So a lot to watch for the southeastern parts of the U.S. For us, back here at home, let's go 93 tomorrow, 96. On Sunday, the humidity is going to be lower by the time still for us tomorrow. And then humidity will slowly start to return by the time we head into Sunday afternoon. So temperatures over the weekend, yeah, they're not going to be too bad tomorrow, but by Sunday, they do start to get back up into the upper 90s. Look at this, near triple-digit mark by Monday, triple-digit mark by Tuesday. Then by Wednesday into Thursday, we should get a front that kind of sneaks into the region. Now, with that front, that should give us some chances for showers and thunderstorms, but also late next week, will start to cool us back down. But until that occurs, we're staying pretty much hot and pretty much dry over the next several days. Let's go 93 tomorrow, 96 on Sunday, 99 on Monday, 100 on Tuesday, and then cooling back down a little bit late next week.
I'm looking forward to another I like that the cool downs are happening on the weekends. That's the best part.
That's not too bad.
When we want to get out and do something.
Exactly.
All right, thanks, Doug.
You bet.
Well, still ahead, a Missouri Southern Lion competes in the Olympics for Team Jamaica. And the St. Louis Cardinals play against their rivals in Chicago. Brock Baldridge has the highlights from the game and more.
The 4 states are represented at a national scale once again as the Little League Baseball Midwest Regional Tournament kicks off in Whitetown, Indiana. And Webb City represents Team Missouri, and Riverton is representing Team Kansas, as both teams are hopeful to punch their ticket to the Little League World Series. Now, Webb City is the first team to play in the tournament as they face Nebraska out of South Sioux City. Webb City gets a dominating victory as they beat Nebraska 14-3. Max Woodmansey hit a solo home run in the 3rd inning of this one. And Webb City and Team Missouri, they will advance to the winner's bracket as they will face Team Iowa tomorrow afternoon at noon Central on ESPN+. So right after that one, the 12U All-Stars out of Riverton, Kansas, playing their first game of the tournament. Team Iowa got out to a big lead in this one, and Riverton couldn't quite complete the comeback. However, Levi Kinsley hit a double and scored a run in this game, but Riverton isn't done yet. This tournament is a double elimination format. Team Kansas will get another chance as they face Team Nebraska in the elimination bracket. That game is scheduled for 9 a.m. Central Time on Sunday morning. The track and field Olympic portion is underway in the Olympic Games in Paris, and they have arrived as former Missouri Southern Line Rajendra Campbell competes in the qualification round of the men's shot put. So here are the final results of the men's shot put in the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. Missouri Southern's Rajendra Campbell is competing for Team Jamaica, and he has officially qualified for the final round of the men's shot put. Only the top 12 qualifying. Campbell finishes in the top 10 with a score of 21.05. The final round of the men's shot put continues tomorrow at 12:35 p.m. Central Time. Campbell will look to compete for an Olympic gold medal in the event. We wish him the best of luck. Well, the St. Louis Cardinals open up the month of August on the road, taking on their Wrigleyville rivals. The Cardinals look to keep their pace in the National League Central standings. Cards and Cubs square off on Friday afternoon. Chicago leads 1-0 the 2nd inning. Christian Bethancourt takes the inside pitch, and that ball lands into the right field bleachers for his 3-run homer. Cubs lead 4-0. Later in the inning, Michael Busch sends this ball to Souvenir City. No doubt about that one. Solo homer puts Chicago in front 5-0. Cubs led 5-3 in the 8th inning. Bases loaded opportunity for Brandon Crawford. Hector Neris on the mound gets the swing and a miss there. Big strikeout for the Cubs, leaves the bases loaded. So we go to the bottom of the 8th now. Runner at second base. Kyle Lehigh tries to pick off the runner at second base, but he throws it away into center field, and that allows Seiya Suzuki to come around to score. Cubs win the game 6-3. Chicago takes the first 2 games of the series. Royals also on the road tonight, taking on the Detroit Tigers after winning last night's series opener 7-1. This game is currently in progress on Apple TV. And last check, Detroit leads 2-1. Salvador Perez hit a solo home run in the 2nd inning of this one. And the Joplin Outlaws are playing in their final homestand of the season. The Outlaws look to bounce back after losing last night's game to the Sherman Shadowcats. This game is scheduled for 7 p.m. tonight at Joe Becker Stadium. So 4 staters have a lot to watch tomorrow. Riverton, Kansas, the Little League team. That's on Sunday, I should say. The Webb City Little League team, that is on Saturday, and Rajendra Campbell also competing at the same time at noon on Saturday. So a lot to look for tomorrow.
And I saw there were 2 Team USA competitors.
2 Team USA competitors, the same thing. So how cool would that be if they got the, whoever got the gold, silver, and bronze, hopefully Campbell can bring it home.
Yeah, because, even though he's competing for Jamaica, he's still USA for us.
Exactly, yeah.
Go Southern. All right, that's it for sports. We'll be right back after this. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. The Galena, Kansas police chief celebrates his retirement. Plus, health experts warn about the dangers of sun safety myths floating around on social media. And do you want a side of AI with your burger? How fast food restaurants are utilizing the tech. Those stories and a lot more tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. And don't forget, you can be the first to know about the day's weather with the KOAM Skywatch weather app. Get severe weather updates sent straight to your phone free of charge. It's available in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. The KOAM Skywatch weather app. Speaking of weather, final check for us?
Yeah, at least the humidity is still going to be lower as we go into Saturday. High temp 93. Starts to slowly return Sunday 96 and then back near 100 on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Cooling back down late next week with some rain chances.
All right, final sports note.
Hard to believe, but we're only 4 weeks away from high school football in Missouri kicking off. Kansas kicks off in 5 weeks, so we'll have our press box show on Fox 14 only 4 weeks from now. Is that crazy?
Definitely looking forward to that.
Flies by.
Yep.
All right, thank you for watching. We'll see you right back here at 10. Have a great night and an even better weekend.